All right, everyone, welcome back. I'm going to tell you, I remember this Subaru. This Subaru was here for me to tell the customer the same exact problems it was a year ago, and I can't duplicate it because we swapped point of sale systems, but I'm actually going to look. So I actually remember this car 1000%. This vehicle came in for the similar issues on the car, and I said, hey, it needs rear brakes and it also needs rear hub bearings. The customer, I'm going to pretty much say that the customer called me a liar or told me I was wrong and their mechanic could do it cheaper and all this other shit. Yep, he did it cheaper. Let me show you what he did cheaper. He didn't replace the rear brake rotors. He didn't replace the rear brake pads. And he went in here and he did a hub bearing. The customer all the problems with the car, let alone I took you through the video of the road test, that he needed to call his father. This is the story. But then he called his mechanic and said that our brake pad and rotor price seems high at $420 when Pep Boys across the street is $575 on sale. We're $420 on sale. We're almost $100 right off the rip less than them. $575 for pads and rotors over at Manny Mo and Jack on sale. $420 on sale here, and said that was high. But the story goes that he took it to his cheap guy to fix everything that I estimated the last time he was here. Hence the ABS lights still on. Hence that the back brakes are now grinding. Hence that the hub bearing that his guy did. This is no Fugazis here. Do you hear that? This wheel is falling off. His guy said he didn't do the pads and rotors and he put a used hub bearing in. Well, of course, he's going to be cheaper if he doesn't do the proper repairs. Let alone take your whole car apart, put all worn out shit back on and a used hub bearing. No wonder your car's in this kind of condition. Your mechanic sucks. You shouldn't be taking advice from this mechanic. So I just would share that with you, that his mechanic, the guy that he trusts, put a used hub bearing in, put his old brake pads and rotors back on that now are metal to metal. So a year ago I said it needs hub bearings and back brakes. Here you go, a year later it needs hub bearings, back brakes, and rotors. When his cheap mechanic could have just did it right the first time. But everybody's mechanic is better than the guy that does it for 60 hours a week. I just don't get it. So not only did they pay this clown to do this, which was a waste of money, it gets just thrown out right out the window. Now he's got to pay the pro to do the minimum repairs to his car, which is just make the back end of the car safe, not including ABS traction and hill descent diagnostic, which I will tell you that his guy probably broke this. But if I do remember correctly, this is the same vehicle a year ago that the guy MF need and said a bunch of things, and his guy said he could do it for $50. Yep, he did it for $50 for all right, and he did you a favor. Now you're paying me to do the job right with new parts so that you have a quality job. The cheap guy. I have a guy. You got the wrong guy, dude. Right now you have the right guy.